Hello, Mark Irish Football Fan TV. I'm delighted to be joined by Shell's. Are you captain this year?
Yeah.
Shell's captain, Lukey Byrne, ahead of the 2022 season. New gaffer, new signings. A lot of the old guys have left from last season to help get the club promoted, and obviously the manager. How has everything, all the changes and all that, how is it now? Obviously things must have been settled by now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously from the outside, you look at it, it's a lot of changes, staff and players, but on the inside, it's been seamless. The new manager's come in with his staff. We've been back a long time. We've been in an awful lot, so we spent a lot of time around each other, and the new players who've come in have all settled really quickly. It's quite a young squad, so I think it helps players of that age to come in and mix with each other straight away. And look, it's only pre-season, but it has gone really well, so we just can't wait for next week.
You've obviously worked with Damien Duff before with Shamrock Rovers, and you've worked with young players coming through. Gavin Bazunu probably be the most highly regarded right now in those players, so you're used to kind of working with him and bringing players through. You'll obviously be on the pitch, he'll be managing, so how much are you looking forward to that with Shells this time around? You can actually play with these players that you help.
Yeah,
I know you're not coaching because you're playing with them, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have coached the under-17s with the gaffer last year, and a couple of those players are now on professional contracts in the first team, and so I'm gone from coaching them to literally the next week playing with them, which is strange, but they're mature boys and they're good players, so it doesn't really, it doesn't feel like you're working with kids as such. They're worthy of their place in the first team squad. So, and then in terms of working with the manager before, I obviously worked with him as a coach, but I would have always wanted to have played under him. Just seeing the type of sessions he puts on, how he is with players, the way he wants to play. And now, luckily, I've got the chance to do that. So it was an easy transition to make, really.
Yeah, I think people have actually said what you just said there about the sessions are unbelievable. Like, I've spoken to some of the other Shells players, not here today, but just off the record, and they've just gone on about how much they loved the sessions. Even Yo-Yo Yamadi, before he left, he was saying the sessions were unbelievable. But I suppose you look at the signings there. Dan Carr came in. You've got Jordan McAniff came in there as well. I suppose from that point of view, that's what Damien Duff will bring, is the attraction of playing under him, as you said, and his name alone brings a lot of eyes on the league.
Yeah, it does. It's obviously it is great, I suppose, for the league in the wider sense that the manager has come in and taken a role, but that's not really our concern. Our concern is just the day-to-day of Shelbourne Football Club and what he can do for the football club and what he's asking us as players to do. And yeah, I'm sure he is obviously a big attraction to players like Dan and Jordan McAniff and others, but it's a big football club as well, so it's the whole package. I think it's a club that's on the up, that's been making steady progress the last few years. There's a really good manager and good coaching staff in place, and it's an exciting place for players to be.
Yeah, but you've even said there about it being an exciting place. Even looking at the academy and the players coming through there, Alan Caffrey's come in there now as well, and we obviously know the great work he did with St. Kevin's and Bowes and the players they were producing year on year. To have him in there now and the players that are coming through, and you've worked with some of the players coming through and probably will continue to work with them as years go on. Yeah. It is an exciting time for Shells as a club.
No, it is, honestly.
And as a fan.
Yeah. You're not a fan, eh?
I am.
Yeah, you're an outsider, eh?
I'm an outsider, yeah. Everyone knows.
I know, I'm only messing. This is my fourth year, and I can see the progress year on year around the place. The infrastructure, the full-time staff that the club has brought on, even things like the media partnerships, all these little things add up. They allow the club to push on the pitch. And the academy has gone from strength to strength. The AUL as a facility has improved, and it's our base now, which is great. So look, it's like I said, steady progress year on year, and now really all we can as players concern ourselves with is making sure that the club has a good year on the pitch, and the people in the background will look after the rest.
Yeah, without putting too much pressure, what would be a good season in your view? Just mid-table finish or just stay up, or without putting too much pressure?
There is obviously pressure on us, and we know that, and it's that's something we spoke about. You have to be comfortable with that pressure, and it's if there wasn't pressure on you, it would show that there's nothing expected of you. So it's a good place to be in. Obviously, we now have to rise to that, and we have to meet those levels of demand, I suppose, that are on us. But as with any team that is promoted, you have to make sure you stay up. We didn't do that in 2020, and for the club to continue progressing like I said it has been, and like you would have seen it progress. We have to establish ourselves as a Premier Division team, so that's the goal.
Yeah, I suppose for me as a fan, an emulation of what Drogheda did last season would be a good season in my view.
Yeah, I thought Drogheda had a great year last year. Obviously, I know there's been a lot of change up there this year, but for a team to get promoted and do what they did, it was a fantastic achievement, and they were very competitive. And of course, we'll look to be competitive and finish as high as possible. We're not afraid of saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to wish you the best luck of the season ahead.
Thanks, Paul.
Not long to go now. All right. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Cheers.
Top man.